It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program.
Sisters watch.
Wow, we're on.
Hey,
Excuse me, I was talking to Bob.
I said
Good
3, 2,
morning,
1.
Hey, don't be so rude and interrupt and put us on the air.
North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Friday.
It is.
Hey,
Hey,
Bomber Day.
you know, I gotta teach you this, okay? We've been doing this together a long time. We did radio before this. We've been friends a long time. How many times have I got to tell you? It's Football Friday.
Right.
Not just Friday anymore. It's
football.
Football
Yeah,
Friday.
That's right.
Game 2.
Game week 2, yep.
Yes, sir.
Boy,
All
it's
right.
going to be a good one.
Middleton.
It's going to be a good one,
Raiders.
too. Let me just do this real quick. 7th grade went to West Plains, came home with a W. 8th grade didn't fare so well down at Little Rock Christian against El Dorado. They didn't pull it off. The 9th grade spanked them.
Yeah.
Good.
Very nice.
Yep. So we got 2 W's and an L last night. Looking for another W tonight to be 75% on the 4 teams. Good weather for tonight. Going to be a great game.
And you had a special you need to talk about that. You want to do that now?
Yeah, I just want to say, because I know they watch down in Batesville, and I want to send my condolences out to the Bradley Sudall family that's down in the Barnett. I can't remember which one it is. They lost their son and younger brother to a car accident up in Watford City, North Dakota last night, and my condolences to them. And Uncle Bob's here if you need me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got 2 boys working there today. Yep.
Yeah, busy place, but there's bad happenings happening everywhere.
Boy, it's sad. Thoughts and
Anyway,
prayers
just
with
want
the
to
family.
send my condolences to the family.
Down around the Batesville area, you said?
They live down in Charlotte, Port Charlotte.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
east of Batesville.
Yeah, kind of northeast.
25,
Yeah.
Highway 25, I think, yeah.
So that Cord is actually, I think, their address, but it's more like Charlotte. But anyway, they live down in there, and my oldest niece down there works she's a youth pastor at a church down there. So
Wow.
even though it's expected of everybody, it's hard.
It is. It really is.
It's going to be
Can't wait
really
do
hard
that.
because those kids are pretty tight.
So, thoughts and prayers for the family there. That's sad news. Well, good morning. Welcome Down on the Corner program. And David's in the
Hello.
driver's seat again.
Good morning.
And, of course, Bob Recktenwald will be doing play-by-play tonight from Nettleton with
Yes.
the gang.
Excited.
Yep. All right.
Ready
Bomber
to
football tonight and pregame at 6 with...
Pregame at 6. Josh
Kick at 6.
Kaminsky and I will be doing pregame, and we'll have some video from Coach Harry from this morning. We'll go over some highlights, and we'll talk about some highlights of the game last week, which was a heck of a game. And we'll just carry on. Be good.
Yeah.
If you're
and,
coming to the game tonight, let me just tell you, if you're coming to the game tonight, you might want to bring a can of Off
Skeeters.
or Repel or diesel fuel or WD-40.
They will
Just
carry
what
you away.
your repellent of choice is. They probably won't let you bring it in the stands, but you can spray on down before you get in. 2 years ago when Scott and I were there, they're big enough they could carry away your lunchbox.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I'll tell you about that family at Neelyville in Naylor, Missouri, about 40 miles north of Jonesboro. And it's mosquitoes are bad, let me tell you.
Right.
Tough stuff.
They're just bad in that area.
Yeah.
They are. They really are.
Kirsten going to Williams Baptist.
Oh.
She got ate up the first week she was there, but she said over time they start to leave you alone for some reason. She doesn't get ate up.
They get
as
used
bad.
to your smell, I say.
guess.
I
I don't know.
know.
Boy, they're bad.
Anyway,
All right, here we go. We're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee here at the studio. You can do the same thing. 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening, Baxter Regional Medical Center's main entrance lobby. Follow the COVID-19 guidelines there. No guidelines at the drive-thrus. Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza in front of Anytime Fitness. And you can get the best coffee in town. Bomber Boulevard, I assume, would be busy this morning on a Friday with students and faculty and staff going into the junior high and high school there. And they've got the cinnamon rolls, the scones, the apple, Bob likes the apple turnovers, and muffins. They've got everything for you at all 3 locations. Then the best coffee in town. Mochas, lattes, frappuccinos, even buttered lattes. And what was that fancy thing you drank?
Caramel macchiato.
A who?
Caramel macchiato.
Didn't he sound like a guy from Italy with the mafia?
sound like Juan Valdez to me, but that's okay.
Valdez.
But Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations to bring you the best coffee in town. You know, the 2 drive-thrus are very handy. You don't have to park at the grocery store to go in to get your coffee. You can just go to Brewed Awakening. And he says, hey, we are real coffee. Mm-hmm. You know, we had Allison was here from Arc Care the other day. Said, wow, that's good coffee. I don't think she had Brewed Awakening before. And
She didn't realize you made it.
Hey, I make good coffee. I've had a lot of coffee. You and Scooter are the only two, but even Jamie Leach, she likes my coffee. She's from First Step, and then Allison from Arcare. That's good coffee,
Right? It is. It is good.
It is good coffee. You like it too, don't you?
I do.
There you go. Check it out. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and the staff do a great job at all 3 locations to bring you the best coffee in town. He gets the freshest roasted coffee beans that money can buy and brings them back in to Mountain Home. And so stop by any of the 3 locations. I suggest the drive-through so you don't have to park, go in the hospital, and go through all the COVID stuff. But Bomber Boulevard 62 is Plaza out in front of Anytime Fitness, and they're ready to serve you today the best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening. I'll tell you what, Mike's been with us for a long time, both in the radio days and over here with XL7 TV. So be sure to check us out at Brewed Awakening Coffee.
Yes, sir.
You bet. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, you talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone else out there can help you, perhaps someone out there I don't know. And you see with all our respect on the screen, that's how they do business on a daily basis. And of course, Bob had a customer one time says, Dale needs to talk about pre-planning, and so we talk about that too. Talk to the roller folks all across the state of Arkansas, western Tennessee, they're there to serve you. And it's just, of course, it's a tough situation, when you have to deal with a funeral home, but they make it as pleasant and as easy as possible. It's a tough time, like the family we just mentioned, getting ready to go through a situation like that. And so Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, they do, that's just how they do it every day, with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, tomorrow marks the 20th anniversary of the terrorist attacks on this nation, and we still look back on that day and say how and why. I cannot personally imagine that kind of evil, that kind of hatred for any person or nation, regardless of religion, politics, or anything else. Radical Islam, whether Taliban, ISIS, or Al-Qaeda, are evil, vicious people, totally determined to destroy America. Lord, we need the protection of the Lord God, Jesus Christ, our Savior, for protection. Our president seems to be in the dark, would require mask and vaccinations of all terrorists before an attack. We need strong leadership, a strong backbone to stop any attack. We learn from history. We don't want another day like 9/11 of '01. Please protect our nation and let us always be one nation under God. It's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
There. I thought I'd keep it 10.
That is probably the best one in 3.5 years I've ever heard. I liked it.
I knew you.
What about an instant replay on that one?
No, let's just go on. We got a real show to do at 7:15.
All right, Coach is waiting to get out. Let's get through the weather. Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. The website retiretoarkansas.net. Time to take a peek at the White River.
White River.
Hey, nice
Beautiful
shot.
shot. Yes,
Wow,
sir.
very pretty this morning. Sunrise over the White River. You're looking from Marion County into Baxter County, Arkansas. The river separates the 2 counties. The Highway 62 412 bridge on the left side of the screen, the city of Cotter in the foreground there. The little clearings, the baseball park, railroad museum, and picnic area down at the Big Spring Park and Cotter Park area. You can go to retiretoarkansas.net, pull up the live webcam, and this goes 24/7. You'll see in the lower right-hand side of the screen a little camera icon where you can make a still frame from the live feed. Share it with family and friends, or just enjoy it yourself. And I got a ladybug crawling around on the keyboard. You can enjoy the White River all throughout the day. Beautiful shots all throughout the day. I'm surprised, the humidity's down, the dew points are down, so no fog on the river. Beautiful shot today, just simply beautiful. While you're at retiredarkansas.net, check out all the listings with the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zador. They're ready to serve you in both states, Arkansas and Missouri, from Mountain View, Missouri to Gainesville to Marshall, Arkansas, back to Mountain View, Mountain View, Missouri to Gainesville to Marshall, Arkansas, back over to Mountain View, Arkansas. They're ready to serve you. Give the Z Team a call, 870-405-0793, the award-winning Z Team. They get the awards for outstanding service before, during, and after the sale, the follow-up, the customer service, the public relations. They're just, you want it done and get it done right, choose the Z Team. 870-405-0793. and the most prestigious awards that you can win 2 years in a row through Century 21. Just
Yes, sir.
amazing.
Commitment to excellence.
There you go. I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, with that, we need to go with it.
Okay.
Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiretoarkansas.net. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. Right now, we've got 60 degrees both in Mountain Home and Harrison, 58 at Batesville, 59 at Yellville, 55, wow, in Marshall. Salem, Arkansas, and Fulton counties at 61 degrees. Mountain View is at 55. Boy, we've got some varying temperatures there. Around the region, West Plains, Missouri checks in at 61. Springfield at 64. Poplar Bluff at 55. Same at St. Louis. And in contrast, Watford City, North Dakota at 50 degrees, which is not too bad up there this morning.
Not too shabby at all.
Shower activities on the left and right side of the map. We got it from south central Washington down to around the San Francisco area to Reno, Nevada. A little bit of shower activity in Idaho and over around Salt Lake City. Then we move all the way over to the northeast part of the country, Augusta, Maine, and farther north. And that's about it. So basically from Salt Lake to Augusta, Maine is all clear. So you see Arkansas, Missouri right here. We'll check your highways. 62, 412 east and west is clear. 65 to Branson. Little Rock, Searcy, Batesville, Pocahontas on 67, 167 in good shape. And all the interstates, 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas clear at this time. I-40 bridge open, running well. Little Rock, Memphis, Jackson, Tennessee in good shape. Interstate 155, Kennett to Dyersburg. We're in pretty good shape there. State of Missouri, Poplar Bluff, west to Branson on 160, 60 west to Springfield, Highway 67 to St. Louis. And then, of course, your interstates, you've got 49, 44, 70, 55, and 35. All over the state of Missouri. Southern Illinois, the St. Louis region, we've got Belleville, Fairview Heights, Cahokia, DuPont. I-64 east from East St. Louis, it's in good shape. 57 south to Cairo. I-24 Paducah, Kentucky. Back over into Kentucky and Tennessee, looking good as well. Dyersburg, Tennessee, US 51 south is in good shape. Just going to be some nice weather. I think we've got some rain chances next week. No watches or warning for the two-state area right now. There's really no watches or warnings until you get all the way out to Wyoming and Idaho where they have a red flag warning because it's getting dry. Other than that, we've got sunshine through Tuesday. We range in temperatures from 89 today, 92 on Saturday, 92 on Sunday, 92 on Monday, back down to 88 on Tuesday of next week. Checking iDrive Arkansas, no accidents and no red little marks on the map. So Little Rock, Memphis, Texarkana, Fort Smith to Bentonville in good shape from traffic, Jonesboro as well. Checking around the region here. Let's see what we got. Cardinal Drive. I love these shots right here. Traffic in Mount Home. Oh, we got some traffic this morning here at Cardinal and 62. They've been stopped at the light. And of course, the light, well, the light looks like it's...
There's cars, by God. There's cars. There be cars in this area.
Surprise, surprise.
Just give it about 20
Looking
minutes.
east
There'll
on
be
62,
cars.
Century 21, Leaback Real Estate right in here. And we'll take a look at Club Boulevard real quick. Here we go. Baxter Regional. See Baxter Regional here. Clay Maxey Chevrolet right here. And a little bit more traffic today. Wow. Mm-hmm. One more shot for folks on the NEXT, the new cable network that we just joined here recently. We got some folks, I believe, that'll be watching Mammoth Springs, Arkansas. It's Highway 63 North. The Mammoth Springs State Park right here. Highway 9 right here at Mammoth Springs coming in. The blue sign right here is the state line, Missouri. So you see into just extreme southern Missouri right here. The difference in highway color is the state line there, and traffic moving good on Highway 63 North there. And so Missouri Department of Transportation, they do have some more maintenance issues on Highway 65 towards Springfield, between Branson and Springfield. Other than that, everything's going well in the state of Missouri. Pollen count today is still high, 10.9 today, 11.3 for tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so
Ragweed,
excited.
nettle, and chenopons. Goodness, my goodness. Norfolk Lake at 556.35, Bull Shoals Lake at 662.80. Checking the drought monitors real quick. We do have some abnormally dry conditions all across the state, mainly in central, east Arkansas, and northwest Arkansas. We sure could use a little bit of rain. Same thing in Missouri, but not as bad. Central Missouri, southwest, and southeast Missouri with abnormally dry conditions right now. Crude oil prices are sitting at $69.34. Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 151.69 points, closing at 34,879.38. Don't forget about the Dream Network. Marla Lucas, the CEO of this. They help women and children in desperate situations. You can go to dreamnetwork.org, read their story, you contact them or donate. If you can help them financially, it would be greatly appreciated. They do great work in southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas. David, webandpaperdesign.com.
Yes.
How's it going?
It's going very good.
Yep.
I've actually started contracting with Baxter Labs, so I'll be doing some of their graphic design work.
That's excellent.
Yes, sir.
That's very good. Phone number?
870-405-4433.
And we'll bring it up on the screen real quick. You've got graphic design, brand identity, and here's what we do right
Yes,
here.
sir. Combine those together to give you an identity that people will recognize and remember.
And Gil had on one of the shirts that had your logo. Was that one that? Yeah, that was pretty
You have
cool.
some made?
Yeah.
Well, very nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I need one. I will wear it.
I think they're on order.
Get in line.
Okay.
Yeah, get
You're
it
waiting too, Bob?
Oh yeah.
for 3 years,
All
4
right.
years. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Right.
All right, Coach Harry's up next with Bob and Scooter and David, and I'll see you on. Hey, go Bombers! Come on, we got that win.
No, you'll be here Monday, not Tuesday.
Yeah, Monday. I mean, okay. Yeah, it's not a holiday. Rats, it's not a holiday.
Let her rip.
That's
All
right.
right, we got to go.
Okay.
Bye.
Live Bomber football is back on XL7 TV with announcers Bob Recktenwald and Josh Kaminsky, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Watch every game live on XL7 TV or online at xl7tv.com/football. Every Friday night, watch the Bombers live, whether you are at the game or not. Also, enjoy a meal, drink, and watch the Bombers on XL7 TV live at the following restaurants every Friday night, only on XL7 TV. It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home. Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor
It is Football Friday, Week 2, Mountain Home Bomber football, and I've got Coach Steve Airy with me, and we're going to talk a little bit football. How are you, sir?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. I'm glad it's Friday.
I am too. You know, this time of the year, just it's the best.
It is. That's my favorite days of the year. It's Football Fridays.
Football Friday. Well, first of all, we appreciate you coming in and spending time with us each week and going over previous games and talking about the game that's coming up that evening. Let's talk a little bit about the Harrison matchup. Actually, let's back this up a little bit. Let's talk about the successes of your younger teams from this week. We had a seventh grade victory in West Plains, and what kind of highlights do you know about that?
I know it was I believe it was 30-16 or 30-14. Coach Cudd texted me last night, Coach Cudworth, and he said he played his number 2 defense the whole second half, so he felt really good about getting a lot of kids in the game. And that's one of the things we want to try to get done in the 7th grade is a lot of kids playing and get them coming back for the next year.
Yeah, that's the best and quickest way to get them out for the 8th grade team is letting them play some in the 7th grade.
He has 60, so it stresses him out to think, how am I going to get all these kids in the game?
And Coach Cudd is so detail-orientated anyway that he's got to make sure. I bet he's got a list. He knows exactly who's been in and who hadn't.
Yeah, I bet he does too. And the guy crosses every T, dots every I, and you're going to get his best effort every day.
Yeah, good guy. How'd the 8th grade team fare down at Little Rock Christian? Little Rock Christian playing El Dorado.
They were somewhere in the neighborhood of 42-12. I have all that on my phone. I should have pulled it up. Didn't play real well. I think they didn't get off the bus. Didn't start very good. So anyway, they didn't fare too well, but the freshmen on the other hand did.
Yeah, I was going to say the 9th grade team pulled off a nice victory. Got a little close there right after half.
It did, and Coach Crow said it was a war, and they had beat us last year as 8th graders, but we'd had a couple guys playing up, Ryder and some of those guys played up, but it's good just to go get a little revenge.
Get on the road, get a nice road victory against a good school. I mean, they are absolutely a good school. So.
And everybody likes to win by a bunch of points, and everything goes easy peasy, but. Hopefully on down the road we're playing playoff football, and you need those wars. Those get you battle tested.
Yeah, because for the first time in a long time, our 9th grade is in a conference of their own, so they will actually be fighting later on for a conference championship.
Absolutely. You get in the tough games, you got to win them, and they got in a tough one last night, and it's good that. So somebody's got to cave in a little bit. There's got to be a chink in the armor, and you just hope it's not us.
Right, and that's a good thing. The 9th grade Bombers have started their season off at 2-0, and we look forward to that continuing on. I think they've added a game to the 9th grade schedule for Monday the 13th. I don't remember exactly who it's coming in, and I'll look it up when we take our first break. But they have added a game for Monday night, I believe, for the 9th grade, and look forward to that. It's going to be a home game, so it's going to be an exciting time.
We have done a lot. We've done a lot of schedules switching around the last few weeks. I tried to schedule some B games and stuff back when I thought I had 85 kids, and my numbers have gone down a little bit, but there has been some scheduling going on, and we ended up scheduling a B game for Monday night. It'll be an A/B game against Lighthouse Christian. But we've done some scheduling. We're trying to get the kids on the field.
Is that going to be that's going to be at Lighthouse Christian, though, isn't it?
It'll be here.
It'll be here. Okay, I'll have to check my schedule to make sure I've got that one. But that's going to be an exciting time. You've lost some players. You went from the 80s, 85 numbers, and you're where you said now 61, I believe, on the varsity squad. I had an old friend of mine. I'd go in and I'd be moaning and groaning about something that happened. He said, Bob, I said, don't worry about it. Some will, some won't. So what? You deal with the cards that you get to play with, and that's what you win with. Okay, sounds good. And I've carried that a long time. Some will, some won't. So what?
It's hard to play 85 guys, and I think the guys that are committed and the guys that want to be there is walking through the doors every day. So
absolutely right. They're the ones that are going to carry you through anyhow.
Yep.
The football is not for the weak.
No, and I'm a firm believer. I want to be around guys that want to win, not guys that want to play.
Yeah.
There's two different. That's a completely different character right there.
Let's go back to the Harrison game. Last week, the Goblins came to town. It was so close. So close. First of all, I'd be wrong if I didn't ask, how is Landon Spear?
Landon's doing well. He was back at school on Monday, and he said he was feeling good. And he showed up to practice yesterday for the first time and just watched a little bit. But spirits seemed to be good, and he looks good.
Yeah. It looked a whole lot worse than it ended up being, that's for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. What's your overall feelings nobody likes to lose, and we were so close to pulling off that W. What's your feeling overall how your team performed?
Bob, I've beat this up all week. This has beat me down big time. I just disappointed, proud and disappointed. I got a little both going on.
Yeah,
proud of our effort and how hard we play, but I'm disappointed that we don't do the little things to take the next step in life.
Yeah, there's woulda, coulda, shoulda. We could play that every game all season long from now until Kingdom Come. You take away a few things that happened in that game, it's totally different.
It's totally different. And this sounds like a cruel statement, but it's the truth. I told the boys every game, I said, winners find ways to win, and losers find ways to lose. And, we found ways to lose.
Yeah.
We didn't do what we needed to do. We've got to take the next step. That was a big game for our program, and it's going to wait another year now. Yeah. It's on the burner for 365. And it drives me freaking crazy.
It's the button.
That's the one that's the one that's that's the game.
Yeah, that's the one that you really, really, really deep
That's the one that's going to start your season, or talked about it for 365 days. Now I got to wait 365 more.
Yeah, but you can't dwell on it. You can't focus on it forever. You can come back to it at any time that you need to, but right now we've got to focus on what's happening at Nettleton.
We do.
When you guys take off today, when do y'all leave to go to Nettleton?
We're going to load at noon.
Going to load at noon.
And then we'll go about 3/4 of the way and do a walkthrough and some lunch. And hopefully we get on field tonight and get it on. And the kids play hard. They'll be in the game. They make mistakes. We'll probably drop the ball and lose one. But we just got to play clean. We got to play clean.
You're talking about having some pride in what you put on the field last week, and there's a lot to be proud of. The Bombers didn't commit a whole lot of penalties like we've seen in the past. There were some costly, of course, but it wasn't near as many as we've seen in the past. We had a couple of good plays, interception by Brody Patterson, which made it to the Friday night football Friday night highlight reel. We were able to catch that in very good camera, and we went slow motion. It was a very nice catch. So you had some outstanding plays. Then you had a few oops plays.
Yeah.
I said this several times during the broadcast last Friday. Mountain Home is playing two quarterbacks. They played one the majority of the game. They played one in special situations. The quarterback you are playing is a sophomore. Not very many 6A high schools in the state of Arkansas are playing a sophomore quarterback. So you got to tip your hat to that young man. Never got his dauber down. He pretty much he did what he was asked to do. Got a mistake? You got a mistake.
Yeah, and I don't want to point a finger. I just want to collectively, think, hey, got a PI that we can point at all different directions, but that had a PI that led to a touchdown there, would have got us off the field. We had a lot of things go on, and you're right. We're young and we're growing. I guarantee you, Harrison had more starters, more experience.
Yeah.
Those guys are accustomed to winning, and we're trying to take the next step. You know what I mean? We got a sophomore quarterback. I've got a 150-pound sophomore linebacker calling my defense. 150-pound sophomore linebacker in Class 6, and I'm proud of them. They're gonna let their hair down, and they're gonna fight you to the bitter end.
Yeah.
But I got some guys that I don't understand. We just got to be smarter football players,
What's the old saying? We'll take a break here in just a second. The old saying that says it's not the size of the dog in the fight; it's the size of the fight in the dog.
Yep, something like that.
We got some fight.
We got some fight, and that's going to give us a chance to play on Fridays, play with people. But then in situations, we got to win situations.
Like you said a minute ago, though, it's not about just playing; it's about winning. We got to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Right.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Athletic.
Mountain Home Bomber football week 2. It's Football Friday, and I've got Coach Steve Airy here. We're talking Nettleton now, Coach. I understand they've got a new defensive coordinator. Do you know anything about him?
Don't know anything about him. He's running an odd front on defense. It looks like a 3-3. They put the stops on Blyville. You know, last year they got, or not last year, but last week they got canceled out with Pocahontas. So
is that good for us or bad for us?
They've got a little extra time to prepare for us, so it's probably bad. But
what happened there? Do you know? Was it a sickness thing, or
I'm kind of wondering if it wasn't a quarantine type of situation where they had a bunch of guys quarantined and
that. Doing some review on what Nettleton brings to the plate. What's the have we got a game plan for their speed on their ends?
We're trying to make sure that we have a contained player in most of their sets. Making sure we have somebody on the quarterback on the read game. We feel like we have a good plan.
Yeah,
I think we have a good plan.
With the exception of Landon Spear, are we in tonight healthy?
Well, you know, Colby's still out with a broken foot.
What's the status on that? Did he get his cast off, or is
he still has to wear his boot a little bit? He came in yesterday bouncing around without it and said he was good. He'd be back in a couple weeks. And then Callie, our trainer, says no, he's not good. So I'm trying to put the old choke collar on him real quick.
The boy wants to play.
Golly. Wears me out.
Yeah.
Cody Abel has a small tear in his ACL. He'll be out this week. He started defensive tackle. Shane Rowden, our starting defensive end, sick. He won't be there this week. So about four down on the defensive side of the ball.
It's not exactly what I was prying for, Coach.
Hey, we can't even think about that. We got to go to war, man. It's time to go.
Yeah.
The lights are going to fire up, and it's time.
Yeah, put the paint on. Let's rip.
We're not going to make any excuses. We're going to go out and we're going to win. That's what we got to think about.
Knowing about the players that you're going to have miss tonight, other than personnel adjustments there, have you made any play adjustments that we want?
Most of the stuff that we've done this week is really personnel adjustments because Elijah Lag and Gage Lindsey will roll in at defensive end. They both start on offense, so they're both going to have to play defense. Tate Pink will be playing defensive tackle, and we got little O'Reilly in the middle, manning up the linebacker position.
He steps up. He steps up really well.
It's next man up, and some of these guys are going to have to play tired tonight, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. You had 52 Jaden Lake got the Burlsworth Award last week after the ball game. That was exciting to see.
I felt like our offensive line played pretty well, and he graded out the highest, so we gave him the award.
Yeah. And then you had Robert Dover got the State Farm Player of the Week. That was good.
I think he had 7 hits on the quarterback, and the quarterback still played amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I thought we'll hit him a couple times and we'll get him off his game, but it didn't.
Got him off a little bit.
Yeah, he still had a really good game. I was hoping
he didn't stay out long enough.
I was hoping he'd limp out 2 or 3 more plays and say, "Hey, let me get my bearings here. My eyes are crossed," or something,
Yeah.
But Robert did a real good job of keeping pressure on that guy. He's going to be a special player.
Yeah. Gage Lindsey stepped up real well last week too. And
he did.
I expect to see a lot of that kind of play this week at Nettleton.
I'm hoping he hasn't touched the ball in a while, so I'm just hoping he grows a little bit every week.
Yeah. He's strong. He's got enough power. He just needs to hone that strength in a little bit and make sure he holds on to the football.
He's fast. He doesn't really cut like a running back yet. We got to get. He kind of banana cuts his stuff a little bit.
Take the stutter step out and do that traveling.
But he's rusty.
Who's our fastest player, Coach?
Our fastest player is probably Brody Patterson when he's healthy.
And how is he? 80%? 70%?
I would say probably 70, 75. We cap him out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. See if he can go.
Get him to at least 90 for the night.
We hope. A little adrenaline goes a long way.
Sure does.
If you're a competitor.
Yeah. If you're pumped, you're ready to go.
Yep. So we got to get him through that.
On the defensive side, we've got our defensive backs, and they seem to be more honed than they were last season as far as being able to keep with their guys. Dylan Drury did a good job last week staying with his guy, and that you get that occasional long flight of the ball and it gets caught and it just happens. But I think we're doing a better job keeping that from happening. What's your thought?
I think our back end's better. We got isolated a couple times with Anthony Mojica in those 3-by-1 sets, and one touchdown he got hit on that corner route. He plays really hard, and he's a tackler and does a good job. But he got isolated there, and he's probably not our best man cover guy. Patty's our best cover guy, and Dylan's probably next behind him. And but we've had to revamp that a little bit, thinking putting that guy in those kind of situations. So. Yeah, you live and you learn, You don't get exposed sometimes in practice, but we got exposed right there Friday night. And I think overall, though, we're better because, I've said it before, last year we didn't get no summer 7-on-7, and we didn't get to play much.
Yeah.
And I think we're in a better place right now.
And there's no such word as lay down.
No.
That you didn't see anybody lay down Friday night.
No.
How did it feel?
We're not wired that way.
How did it feel to have Moses Adams back?
It's good to have Moses back. Crazy Moses. Guy gets hurt in pregame at Siloam, but he never really got back till after January.
Yeah.
He was out that long, and that's kind of been the thing about this team is Gage was hurt till
all
August.
Summer. Yeah.
Patterson's been hurt all summer. We got Moses back in January, but we've had a lot of that. We got to find a way to stay healthy and not get hurt.
What are you expecting to see out of Nettleton? Offense, do they run a lot? Do they throw a lot?
They're extremely big up front and extremely fast in the skill areas. I've only seen one game on them, so I don't know for sure, but from what I'm gonna take out of one game is they're gonna lean heavy on their big guys up front in the run game. They're gonna add the read game to it, so it's always a two-way out. There'll be counter read, zone read, but so you have to account for the quarterback. He's a really good athlete. They have two running backs that can both go. They're both big backs, and both of them can go. If I had to think of one weakness, I would think the receiving core might be a little bit down. They're fast and athletic, but I think they got one guy they consider the guy. And they bring in a big 250-pound tight end. They bring in a big 245-pound fullback, and they're just massive.
If you could pick one advantage that the Bombers might have over the Raiders, what would it be?
Grit.
Want to?
We work harder. We tell our guys we work harder than everybody else, and so we're going to be tougher than everybody else. But our toughness has got to trickle into mental toughness and decision making. Now, you know, we got to do things right on the field.
You play smart, you can win.
Yeah. We're going to go toe to toe with anybody and give them our best shot for sure.
Nettleton Raiders tonight. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Pregame's going to be at 6 right here on XL7. We're excited about that. We're excited about the time of the year that it is. We're really excited that you've got quasi-healthy players coming, that you didn't get beat up real bad over the week last Friday. We'll be glad that when things get back to where you've got your whole flight crew ready to go. The Colby Lockhart thing, you know, the boy's got a big heart and he really wants to play, but he needs to calm down a little bit and be ready when the doctor says he's ready, not when Colby says he's ready.
Yeah, Colby's, I get it. So some guys are out and it's like you can't even drag them back in. You know what I mean? They like being out, but not that guy.
Yeah. Not
that guy. He's ready to go.
Ready to go. What else you got to say? Anything good?
I tell you, Holy Smokes fed us yesterday.
Okay.
I want to say thanks to them. I want to talk a little bit about our auction dollars.
Sure.
We bought some of the helmet covers.
Right.
So we get our kids in those helmet covers, and you know we've already had 2 concussions, and hopefully things get better on that area. You know, we're just taking care of our kids, and that's what your auction dollars are doing. I appreciate it.
You know, I saw the picture of that helmet cover. That, of course, it's for practice only.
Mm-hmm.
That must really absorb some impact.
Everybody's got them at the college level right now, and they're trickling down to the high school. And we want to take care of our kids' heads. You know, that's the biggest knock on football is head trauma. And
you know, the bigger schools that we go to play against, Lake Hamilton, Greenwood, I think even Van Buren, all their big linemen, they all had those knee braces.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a hindrance, or does that really help them protect those ACLs?
I think it helps protect. And I think it's, again, an injury preventative type of deal, but I think they all have to be personalized, and you can't just throw a knee brace on. I think there has to be a personal fit for you, or it becomes a hindrance.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that something we may be headed toward?
I'll see. Right now, our guys are 215 pounds and not 300. You know, those 300 guys that put a lot of stress on their knees, but we just don't have those kind of kids right now. I don't know if we'll ever have those kind of kids.
Yeah.
But that's always a possibility.
Again, we're looking forward to a big game tonight at Nettleton. If you're going to go to the stadium to watch this game, I highly suggest you bring bug spray. They may not allow you to bring the can into the stadium with you, but you'll definitely want to spray down before you get there.
I'm glad you said that. I need to go to the store right now before
Coach,
I forget.
I mean to tell you now.
Golly.
We were there 2 years ago, and they were big enough they could carry my mic away.
Golly.
They're got the size to them.
I looked down at my leg after Jonesboro, and I could not believe it. I said, what in the world? Have I stepped in a nest or what?
Yeah, you need a little bit of bug spray. We're getting ready to cut it loose. Coach Area, we appreciate you coming in and visiting with us each week. And after break, Coach Dell Leonard will be here. We'll be talking some Mountain Home Bomber golf with Scooter.
The man, the myth, the legend.
All right, let's go.
Mexican restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Welcome back. I am filling in for Bob this segment, and we're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna talk a little bit about golf. We've got Coach Dell Leonard here, talk about Bomber Golf, and I know I've been following a little bit from the posts and stuff that you've put out, and you guys have been on the road a lot. You guys have had just so much going on, but what's really cool is seeing some of the personal scores and stuff, and I know this is their personal best, and this is their personal best. Yeah. And it just shows how hard they're pushing this year in driving. And just want to take a little bit and talk about some of the tournaments and some of the mates that you guys have faced and see what's going on with the Bombers.
Well, first of all, we've got some great upperclassmen, and I've always felt that when you have really solid seniors as far as character and they treat their teammates right, you can set your goals high. And on the boys' side, Will Beckham and Ripken Finley and Gage Cheney have kind of become that consistent three that you can count on them probably being in the 70s. Last week, Ripken shot a 73 at Big Creek, which was one over par. Will's been in the 70s. Gage is in the 70s now, and Duncan Conley actually shot his best, which was an 80 last week. And so we're hoping to get 4 boys in the 70s, and if we can do that, then it's already been fun, but it could really be fun. But anyways, Ripken Finley, Will Beckham, Gage Cheney, Duncan Conley, Isaac House are our seniors, and you throw that in there, and then you got the other 3 kids that are on the varsity squad with Chris Lindenmeyer and Ian Ellison and Chase Perwald, who's a freshman who has been in the top 5 all year. It's been a fun group. On the girls' side, same thing. You've got Ella Brashears, Mary Beth Rogero, who are seniors, great kids, tremendous character, treat everybody right, and then you got Reagan Webb, who has led us in scoring all year, but right there with her has been Ella, and they have been a 1-2 punch that's been difficult for a lot of girls' teams. And now we have that third girl coming in with either Mary Beth Rogero or Faith Hilvert, who has started to really lower their scores. I can't remember the last time our girls didn't finish first. I mean, they have been on a tear, and our boys have been first or second, and when they have finished second, it hasn't been by much. But if you go back and recap the season real quick, probably a week before I was hired a week before season started in the Ultimate Auto Group, and I was really didn't even have a feel for things. Kind of just put them out there, and we finished third in what I think is one of the best tournaments in the state. And then you go to the Hurricane Classic, which is considered the most competitive, probably along with ours, and we finished third, boys and girls, third in both of them. And then we go to Harrison for our first match against Harrison and Valley Springs, and our girls just barely lost to Harrison, and they beat Valley, but you could see things were starting to happen, and that's the last time our girls didn't win a match. And then the boys' side, the boys went to Harrison, and I don't know when the last time that our boys won at Harrison, but they ended up beating Harrison by 10 strokes. And then you fast forward to senior night, when just the amount of strokes that our kids made up, if you start to compare, I think you compete against yourself more than you do your opponent in golf, and you'll be fine. But they won by a lot of strokes, and against what I feel like is a good program, and Coach Don Price, I have so much respect for, does a great job. So that night, it was kind of an aha moment for the kids, and the light came on a little bit, and you could see that they knew that, hey, what we're doing is working, and they've been grinding. And it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with people like Kirk Brown and Nick Coleman and Brent Edens and Ron Houck and Scott Sherry, and I can go on and name the guys that have volunteered and committed so much of their time to these kids and for these kids. And you look at what we have going on right now. We've got a really good core. I think that we are far ahead of where people thought we might be at this time. And then you look at some of the younger kids that we have that are showing interest in golf, and it's pretty exciting.
That's cool. I'm involved in sports, so I know this, but a lot of people at home don't realize that if you're involved in sports in Mountain Home, you're going to travel. Right. And that to a lot of people is a downside, putting that much road time, this and that, because on top of doing the sport and getting the practice in, we expect you to keep up with all your schoolwork, all the grades, everything that comes with it. And when you're on the road a lot, there's a lot of them kids about getting their work done early, getting it picked up, getting everything turned in, keeping their grades where they need to be. And I know you guys have been on the road quite a bit. I know at one time you guys were on the road 4 or 6 days. Yeah. and it's cool to see how our kids have adapted. They take care of business, not just on the field or on the course, but they take care of business in the classrooms, and I'm very proud of them for what they do to be able to do the athletics and keep the grades where they need to be.
There's no doubt, and that's for every athlete in every sport. There's a different kind of responsibility and accountability if you play athletics, sports in Mountain Home. And one thing that we try to do is communicate with our teachers before we leave and not after we get back, and I think that helps. And the kids are good. I don't stand in front of the parents, the parent meeting, and say academics come first just because it sounds good. Yep. That's what we expect. I had a young lady yesterday who, actually two, that said, "Coach, I'm behind. I've got a big test Friday," and you work things out and you communicate with each other ahead of time, and you're able to put academics first, and you can still do that. But I believe wholeheartedly that you cannot have success on the court or on the field unless you can have the discipline to get it done in the classroom. And for us, the schedule this year, it's been tough because when I got the job, Coach Carver had some good matches set up, but the schedule still was about a third of the way, maybe half the way full. And the reason why he had done a great job, but we had a lot of people cancel on us. And so I'm looking at a schedule that has a lot of holes in it. And you call people and they're like, "Oh, we can't, we're full." Well, they're not living the same dilemma we are. They can't just take us because we need help. So we had to take what we could get. So we have a schedule that's really a little bit, it's like you're off for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 you got 3 matches in a row because that's all we could get. And I know that's not real conducive, especially with our travel into the classroom. And I actually spoke at the faculty meeting last week and said, "Hey, bear with us. It's a short season, but I promise you these kids are going to take care of business and they'll communicate with you. And if you have problems with them, let me know." But we're having another one of those weeks next week. We travel Wednesday, Thursday, and come back for an 18-hole match on Friday with the girls. So it's going to be 2 days in a row for the boys and 3 days in a row for the girls. So it's, in a way, I like that because the physical or the mental is to the physical, I believe, as 4 is to 1. Now, not to say that golf can't physically push you, because when you're carrying that bag around for 18 holes in some of the heat that we've had, yeah, it's physical, but you got to be pretty mentally tough. And you go back and you look at a couple of weeks ago, we go to Melbourne, and that's Melbourne's boys team's as good as any team in any classification, and our boys and them have had 2 really good matches. And then the girls won, and on that day, Reagan shot a 76 and Ella shot an 82, I believe. So that was their personal best that day. And then we have probably the longest practice that we've had all year on Tuesday, and that wasn't really by design. It was just because the kids wanted to be out there, and they were out there playing, and we had all of our volunteer coaches that were really involved, and the kids were soaking it up. And then you come back Wednesday and we have senior night against Harrison, and when I say senior night, it was the last match against Harrison, and that was really fun, but it's also, there's a little bit of an emotional drain there. And not to mention the physical drain with the practice and the travel match, and then we have 18 holes. And then this is when I knew that we were pretty tough mentally. We got up early the next morning, got on the bus, went to Little Rock, and we walked 18 holes at Rebsamen Golf Course there in Little Rock, and we played against 5 or 6 other schools, and both our boys and our girls won. And you could see the fatigue, the mental fatigue and the physical fatigue start to set in on them. But they went out there and they just kind of put their nose to the grindstone, and they just were grinding. And we had some younger kids step up and shoot some really good scores. So some of those kids who were finishing 1 and 2, they had been kind of carrying everybody, and then they go out, and you look at 3 and 4 come in with some of their better scores. So that's where the team aspect came in. And that's leaving Little Rock that day, I thought, we're pretty good. And so that's a pretty good feeling to have.
And I know we're getting down there on time. We've got about a minute and a half, but I know some of the, and we'll need to bring you on again, because I want to talk. You mentioned a lot of your seniors and stuff that are doing so well, and I know we'll want to discuss what's coming up behind them after this year, because
Sure.
a lot of those seniors will be moving on. Any highlights that you want to talk about or anything before we end the show?
Well, you touched on them a little bit. Just we have so many kids that are peaking in a lot of ways, and then just a lot of wins, a lot of first place finishes, and a lot of really good attitudes and things like that. And just, I can't say it enough about how thankful I am for the people that are helping us. And I knew when I got this job again that I was going to do it a little bit different. And it's you just kind of, when you do something once and you're away from it, you think about it, how it could be better. And it's working right now, but we're going to continue to try to improve it. But I tell you, more than anything, and I really want Bob to see this later, but I'm going to have to complain because this is 2 shows in a row where you guys have made me follow Football Jesus, and I don't know if that's fair or not. But anyway,
we'll see what we can do on that.
Coach Airy was talking about going over there tonight and all the mosquitoes, and I think the last time I was at Jonesboro outside, I saw a dark cloud coming toward me and realized it was mosquitoes. I think the one in front had a trumpet. It was pretty bad.
It is. We got to wrap it up. We are out of time. We'll see everybody on Monday.